Good morning. I'd like to do a brief intro as we get started here today. Thank you for joining the call. My name is Greg Nicious. I am the Production Manager and Technical Support Manager here at InfoSense. I've spoken with many of you over the years, and if you have called us before, you may have talked to several members of the InfoSense team. But when it comes to repairs, new product features, and deeper technical issues, I'm usually the one involved. I wanted to take this time, as we're all adjusting to many new routines and changes in our daily work schedule, to discuss some of the primary features that you may not be aware of and a high-level overview of how the SLRAT is designed to be implemented into your workflow. Everyone joining today, I believe, is already a customer and should know how to take the SLRAT into the field, run tests, and get scores. What I want to focus on today is what happens after that. I want to let you know that this session will be recorded and will be posted on the SLDog portal afterwards. This will hopefully be a broad overview, and I don't plan to dive too deep into detail. This is the first of our webinar series, and we will be doing more of these frequently. The agenda for today and things we would like you to take away from this call: definitions of terms, data flow, how to download the SLDog Mobile App, how to set up your SLRAT for data download, how to use the SLDog Web Portal to manage SLRAT data, an overview of recently added features in the SLDog, as well as a firmware overview, what's new with the device operation. Definitions to cover: the SLRAT, or Sewer Line Rapid Assessment Tool, is designed to screen your system quickly with the main intent of not finding dirty pipes that need cleaning or further inspection, but also to help focus cleaning efforts and to stop cleaning clean pipes. The receiver, or RX, is the lighter of the pair, and it has the microphone that listens for the tones. The RX is the smarter of the two and records the score and transfers data to your computer. The TX, or transmitter, has the speaker and yells the tones down into the pipe. Each SLRAT device is uniquely numbered with its own serial number or device ID. This is an important identifier for service and repair, as well as for managing the records that are downloaded. The receiver is always even and the transmitter is always odd. They are in matched pairs. For example, Unit 72 and 73, or Unit 176 and 177. The serial number for your device's components is located on the small silver plate on top of the control box. The SLDog, or Sewer Line Data Organizer, is the overall platform to gather the SLRAT data and direct your next sewer maintenance actions. Again, this is designed to be a simple and easy way to make use of the pipe segment scores captured in the field to direct your other more expensive CCTV inspection and cleaning efforts. It consists of three parts: the local client computer application, the mobile app, and the web portal. The local client is the free software program used to get the SLRAT data off of your device. The software can be installed on as many computers as you want to configure. This is a computer application that requires a Windows PC. It also requires a device driver similar to that required to setting up a printer or other similar PC-connected hardware. That is the interface between the SLRAT device hardware and your computer hardware. The mobile application is a free app that can be installed on an Android or iOS phone or tablet to be used in the field while taking measurements with the SLRAT. Using this app, you can enter asset IDs, such as manhole IDs and pipe segment IDs, field notes, basin numbers, condition assessments, and other data that would directly correlate to the particular pipe segment or manhole. The web portal is your website account that will securely and permanently store all the data uploaded from your SLRAT, including time-stamped measurement IDs, which are becoming more and more of a regulatory requirement for utilities to maintain, as part of their CMOM programs, some of which go by other names like SSMP in California or SSOI in Texas. The web portal gives numerous benefits and features that would otherwise be unavailable if you are not uploading your data from your SLRAT. The measurement is the action of running an acoustic test with the SLRAT. As you know, it produces a series of audible tones that travel through a pipe. The measurement is sometimes referred to as a sounding, shooting a line, or a test. The score is a number created during an acoustic measurement taken by the SLRAT in the field. The number is based on a 0 to 10 scale, where 0 indicates no sound got through, and a 10 indicates a pipe with significant capacity for excess flow. The measurement ID number is a unique identifier given to each test taken in the field. This number is specific to each SLRAT, so for many of you that have multiple devices, it will be unique from one device to the next. The measurement ID number starts at 0 during production of the SLRAT and counts sequentially up forever. There is no limit. In fact, we have some units out there with over 20,000 measurements on them. When the SLRAT device ID and the measurement ID or record number are combined, that creates a unique key that our SLDOG database is based on. Global positioning. Both the RX and TX have their own individual GPS antenna that receives location data and time from satellites. When you turn on the RX and TX, they both separately go through a startup sequence. The last step in this sequence is acquiring GPS. If the device cannot find satellites, it will stay in this GPS acquisition phase. This is not synchronizing, nor is it communicating. Data synchronization. Data sync is a step required after any number of tests are completed in order for the transmitter to pass any data it has collected over to the receiver, which will store that data and then upload it to the web portal through your computer's USB cable. This step is also part of the startup sequence when you turn on each device. Or you can initiate a data sync from within the RX menu on the display. Data sync must be completed prior to the RX being plugged into a computer, otherwise an error will occur. The easiest way to do a data sync is to turn both units off and back on again. The serial number, again, each RX and TX has a serial number on a silver metal plate on top of the control box. The RX is always an even number and the TX is the next higher odd number. It is important to use these numbers when communicating with us for repair, service, or portal administration. Menu operation. The RX and TX devices have a menu that can be scrolled through by viewing the display and pressing corresponding buttons. Most of these menu items do not need to be messed with. The firmware. RX and TX both have firmware or operating software that makes them function. We are continuously adding new features to the firmware and implementing changes that are requested by our customers. The latest firmware version is version 2.8, which has some really neat changes that I will discuss later in this presentation. It was released into production this past fall. Uploading and downloading. Uploading is the act of transferring the measurement scores from your SLRAT through your computer to the SLDOG Web Portal. You can also download directly from your SLRAT to your computer, but we recommend uploading to the web portal first and then exporting the data to your computer. This is something that should be done on a frequent and regular basis to get full benefit from your SLRAT investment. You can then export data from the SLDOG Web Portal in the following 4 formats. The file formats that can be exported are CSV, which is a comma-separated value designed to be viewed in a spreadsheet like Excel. It can also be used to import into another program such as your work order or GIS programs. The SHP or shapefile is the common file format to import the measurement scores into your GIS system. A KML file is the Google Earth file format for viewing measurements to get a quick snapshot of the health of your sewer system. And the last format is a PDF, that is a document format mainly used to print and hand a paper copy to someone for viewing. So far, I've mentioned several important tools that are all specifically designed to help you manage your SLRAT data, such as the mobile app, the web portal, and the local client. Now I'm going to describe how these tools facilitate SLRAT data workflow. I'll discuss where your data is once you collect it, and the process necessary to securely transfer the data from your SLRAT to your portal, and why understanding these different tools is essential to this process. The first step in data flow is to collect data with your SLRAT unit. That is the first step in the data generation process. Typically, most field crews are able to assess 10 to 20,000 feet of pipe per day. This translates to about 20 to 50 measurements per crew per day on average. That is a manageable amount of data to look at on a daily basis. But if you are not downloading or capturing the data, how are you going to make sense of it? And the data can pile up quickly, resulting in you not being able to make optimal decisions and inhibiting your ability to maximize your investment. Furthermore, if you are attempting to follow the ASTM standard F3220-17, labeled Prioritizing Sewer Pipe Cleaning Operations by using Transmissive Acoustic Inspection, you will need to be following the process of downloading and QCing the data that we are going to discuss in the remainder of this presentation. That is where the SLDOG or Sewer Line Data Organizer comes in. It allows you to take your raw SLRAT field data and organize it, quality check it, archive it, and edit it, and also then to export the data to your enterprise systems and or to analyze it further. Using this component of the SLRAT system is the key to developing a well-functioning and effective acoustic inspection program and to maximize your investment. The data flow starts by collecting data using the SLRAT in the field. As we just discussed, you can use the mobile app to enter field notes and assess IDs such as manhole IDs or line segment IDs while you are doing these tests in the field. The data collected with the app is stored in the cloud and is awaiting the data download from your SLRAT. The cloud-based infrastructure will marry this app data with your SLRAT data when you complete step 3, which is to connect the SLRAT to a computer and upload the field measurements to the cloud. The app data from your mobile device and the SLRAT are merged using a measurement ID number, so it is critical that you make sure the measurements done in the field correspond correctly with the data collected in the app. Once the SLRAT data has been uploaded to the cloud, you can then proceed to step 4, which is to log into your own SLDOG portal account from any internet-connected device. You do this by going to sl-dog.com. Once you're in your portal, you can review the data, quality check it, and edit or enhance it as needed. Finally, once your data has been cleaned up and QC'd, you can export in a variety of formats I mentioned previously, such as CSV, Google Earth, Shape, or or PDF formats. We will next review these steps in some more detail. Again, you must start with collecting the SLRAT data in the field. As an overview for anyone that's not currently familiar with the SLRAT unit, it's composed of 2 components, the transmitter and receiver that we mentioned before. The TX yells down the manhole and the RX listens for the known message. The pipe is scored on a scale of 0 to 10 based on how dampened or degraded the signal is. A 0 indicates a pipe that has no sound passing through it. This indicates a significant anomaly such as a complete blockage, a blockage right up to the level of flow, or potentially a pipe sag or belly. On the other hand, on the other end of the scale is a 10 that indicates a pipe that has plenty of capacity for excess flow. Think of the scores as 0 to 3 red light, 4 to 6 yellow light, and 7 to 10 green light. You want to focus on the lower scores first to further your CCTV or cleaning activity, and use this information to prioritize the use of these more expensive resources. To conduct the test, place the units on adjacent manholes, run the test, which takes less than 3 minutes, and then move on to the next segment. Because there's no flow contact and there's nothing getting lowered into the manhole, the test itself is very quick. This is the first step, collecting field data. Now, this is a brief picture of what your measurement IDs, your condition assessments, and the scores or condition of the pipe and your scores associated with those in the SLRAT. At this point, the raw field data assessment data resides solely on your SLRAT unit. If the device is damaged or destroyed at this point, as an example, all of your undownloaded data will be lost. You can also enhance this data while in the field using the mobile app, which is step 2. After an acoustic score is generated, or actually, more accurately, while you're generating an acoustic score for a segment, operators can use the free SLDog mobile app on your phone or tablet to augment the SLRAT data in the field. You can download the Quick Start Guide from your SLDog Web Portal under Support Documents. I'll cover that here in a second. And the application can be downloaded just from, the mobile application can be downloaded just from your mobile app store for either Android or iOS. It is very important when using the app to make sure the record number on the app corresponds with the measurement ID number on the correct SLRAT device. The screen here shows what the app looks like on your phone. It's very simple to use and allows for entering of manhole IDs, pipe segment IDs, and other information that your organization wants to document. It also provides a free form text notes section where field operators can enter their observations while in the field, such as right-of-way needs to be cleared or manhole chamber shows evidence of I&I, for example. The data entered into the mobile app is stored in the cloud. This information syncs with the SLRAT data in the next step. The data stored in the SLRAT from your testing is separate at this point from the mobile app data that was entered by the operator. So you take a test, the receiver saves that score, and the data entered by the operator in the field through the mobile app is getting stored in the cloud. The next step, once you use the USB cable to upload your SLRAT data to the web portal, it will then merge with the mobile app data that has already been entered. At this point, your data from the SLRAT has been synced with the app data that was entered in the field and is now stored in the cloud. You can log onto your own private SLDog portal using your username and password to access this data. Because it is now in the cloud, you and any other designated users from your organization can get to it from any device connected to the internet. The data is now archived, backed up, and secured using the latest cloud computing technology. The next step in the process is to quality check the measurement data to ensure the operators are conducting tests correctly. You can enter manhole IDs, segment IDs, or field notes directly from here in the web portal as well, either as an addition to using the mobile app or independently if you choose not to make use of that. If you are interested in making sure the GPS results are as accurate as possible, this is the place where you can edit GPS results. Finally, once you have QC'd the data, edited, and enhanced the data, you can proceed to the next step, which is exporting your data. As mentioned previously, this data can be exported in any of the following 4 formats, which is Google Earth, Shape, CSV, or PDF. As you can see, once you collect the data on your SLRAT, it is stored in the device until you transfer it to your computer using a USB connection and the local client. The data will automatically sync with any enhancements input through the mobile app during this process. Even if you don't actively use your portal, this is a convenient and highly recommended way of backing up your SLRAT data to a secure cloud-based environment. In fact, even if your portal subscription is expired, your data will still be stored, and you can always access it later if needed. If you use your SLDog portal, then you can always export data to your program of choice. Let's now move on to looking at the SLRAT download process in more detail. If you're using the mobile app, the process starts here. It's a free app you can install on as many tablets or phones as you would like. Where to find additional resources for acquiring the app are shown here. How to set up the SLRAT for data upload. Download and install USB drivers and the SLDog local client from support documents in your web portal. More details on this in a minute. Transfer that data from your SLRAT receiver to your Windows PC. You must first be sure that the RX and TX have completed a data sync. This is done during startup sequence after turning on the RX and TX. Plug the RX into your Windows computer using the supplied USB cable and then turn on the RX. The USB cable is not proprietary and can be purchased from places such as Office Depot or Amazon if you lose yours or would like another one. Wait for the RX display to say Transfer Data to PC, follow directions on PC. The next step is click the desktop icon for the SLDog local client to open the PC data transfer tool. Then click Connect and wait for the next several fields to populate. Then you click Upload and wait for the status bar at the bottom to complete the upload. This resets the data memory on your SLRAT and puts all of the measurements into your web portal. From here, I'm going to open a web browser and we will log into the web portal. If you're a new user or need a new user login, you can request access by phone or email, which is listed right here before you log in. You can also call to have your password reset if you forget it. We recommend using Google Chrome or Internet Explorer for best performance. I will now log in with my information and go over some of the web portal use. First thing I'd like to cover, I've mentioned several times, is support documents. Up here at the top, you've got Home, Measurement Search, Support Documents, and Reports. If you go to Support Documents, that is where you get these two blue buttons that you can press to download the USB drivers and the system setup, which is the Windows local client program. Other resources available that are very valuable on this page include SLRAT Quick Start Guides and all of the other user manuals and information if you have questions on how to operate the SLRAT, as well as similarly for the SLDog with Quick Start Guides and information, and the SLDog Mobile App. This is the Quick Start Guide on how to operate that as well. We used to supply a CD with each SLRAT, but to allow access to the most recent updated versions, we include all of this information here under Support Documents. We've also found this to be beneficial since many users don't have access to a CD drive anymore. The next step, I would like to go back to the Home page. This is going to show all the devices in your portal, all the devices that you own. In this particular portal, I've got 3 devices. The first one, I have not taken any measurements while it has been active in this portal. The second unit only has 15 measurements, and the third one only has 55 measurements, but they are available here. And this step allows you to slice and dice your data for all of your units at the same time. For example, you can select a date range using these fields here and view measurements collected from all of your devices in one place in those date ranges, or you can search specific record numbers if you know those measurement IDs. And to export this data is a simple process in a file that would be smaller than most photos, only a few megabytes for thousands of measurements. Once you decide the parameters here of what you would like to view, I'm only going to go to one device, this device 72 and 73, and you click the blue View Selected button. This will bring up a spreadsheet view of all of your measurements. Each row or line represents a different measurement. Each column has a column header labeling what that column is for, and that if you highlight over them, it will explain in a little bit more detail what some of these columns are for. I'll go over some of them now as well. The first column is your measurement ID. Starting at the top is going to list your most recent measurement. Shows the hardware ID. This is again 72, 73. And the date and time. A couple of fields I would really like to cover are the operator entered pipe length. This is the pipe length in 100-foot increments that the operator entered prior to starting the test. Once the test is complete, this number cannot be changed. The next column is the evaluated pipe length, or GPS pipe length. That doesn't get calculated until you upload your data to the web portal here, and the web portal takes these last two columns, your latitude and longitude for the receiver and your latitude and longitude for the transmitter, calculates the difference between those two locations, and that's what this evaluated pipe length is, and that's in 1-foot increments. Then you have your scores. The first field assessed score is based on the operator entered pipe length. That's the score that the operator sees after completing the test on the display of the receiver. The GPS assessed score is based on the evaluated pipe length using those GPS coordinates. When you see an orange highlighted area like this, that is just simply to call attention to the fact that there is a difference between the field assessed score and the GPS assessed score. This may be caused by the operator entering a pipe length that may not have been correct. In this case, this first one here that's highlighted orange, the operator entered 350 feet. Distance between the GPS coordinates was 269. It would have been closer for the operator to enter 250 feet, which probably would have resulted in these two values being the same, and there would be no orange highlighting. Again, it's just designed to draw attention to it. If you're off by more than one, something significant that you want to pay attention to. If it's just a difference in one, it's probably something pretty small, like, again, like this first one. These next fields here are user customizable fields to record information that I've mentioned several times now, like basin IDs, pipe segment IDs, condition assessment data, as well as RX and TX manhole IDs, which would not be in these user fields, but over here in the under the latitude, longitude, where it says ID. If you click on that, any of these pen and paper icons, it opens a window that includes all of those user customizable fields. You can enter then, like the TX ID, endpoint IDs, and I could say, like, this is number 3 and this is number 4. You hit save, it's going to put that information right in here for the ID numbers. So you could put your manhole IDs, which obviously probably wouldn't be as simple as 3 and 4. Information that is entered using the mobile app, when it merges upon uploading, you'll see a checkbox here, which indicates it was entered with the mobile app. And you can see already have manhole IDs in there, and there is a note that they said known pipe sag. The operator here got a low score, and they said, well, we should probably note that we already suspect there's a pipe sag in this. We've seen that before. From here, you can export data, and I want to cover that. Once you're viewing a page with all the information that you want to export, the easiest way to do that is click Select All. Otherwise, you can just check the boxes of the measurements you would like to export. If you've done on the previous page a search for a date range, and you want to download and export all of the data in that date range, and it ends up being larger than whatever this page size is set to, you can change the page size here to cover all of that data. In this case, again, my page size is 100. I've only got 15 measurements on this device in this portal. So I'm going to click Select All, and then you click one of these blue buttons to select the type of file format you would like to export. I'm going to download or export in Google Earth, which is a free downloadable program from the internet. You just do a Google search for Google Earth Pro, and it's the Windows version free download, and that opens a program. Once you download and save this file, you either go to find wherever you saved it to, or in my web browser, it's opening or it's showing it down here at the bottom of the screen. You click that, it's going to open Google Earth. Again, you have to have Google Earth Pro installed prior to this. Otherwise, Windows won't know what to do with this file type. Now you get the cool view of the Earth rotating and zooming in on those measurements. Quick, easy snapshot. You've got these measurements here. You want to focus on these red lines. Those are the low scores. The green lines you can avoid. Don't need to spend any other time looking at those. The yellow lines obviously are in between. You can make your decision from there. If you click on the line segment between the two manholes, it brings up another little window showing some other information about that particular measurement. This one, again, the operator got a low score. Using the mobile app, they put in there that there were suspected root issues, and that's in the notes, got uploaded and merged into the web portal. Carries on back out when you export as well. You can also click on the endpoints, which will bring up the manholes or the location of that RX or TX. In this case, it was the TX, and the operator using the mobile app recorded that this is manhole 11. If you determine that any of these measurements are incorrect, let's say way off or right in the middle of someone's house and you want to correct it, you can edit those measurements. We will go over that in more detail in a future webinar. But I can show you quickly. If you click on a view detail icon here, the pen and paper all the way in the left column, it opens up that particular measurement, and it shows it here in the middle line that you're editing it. It also shows the previous measurement and the measurement that was taken right after that. Shows a little map here, and these measurements are not the best ones to show for an example, but this is the one, and then the measurement previously and after is going to be a pink line like that. You can edit this measurement by clicking anywhere on the map. It drops a pin and it fills in the latitude and longitude. You can also type those in, click Save, and that's going to edit the measurement location as well as change the score based on that new pipe length. And it's going to highlight it yellow saying that you changed something. Again, we'll go over that in more detail in the future. I'd like to do an overview of recently added features in the SLDOG, and that includes reports. When you click on reports at the top, it's going to bring this drop-down list, which we are adding new reports that are available, but that at this time there are two. One is the customer measurement quality review. And that shows data that helps understand how well your crews are performing these tests. Each one of these columns is some information showing the device number, how many valid measurements you had, whether they were starting the transmitter early or late, and other information that again shows possibly a need for additional training of your crew members. You can also do this GPS histogram report. This one's really neat. And it shows a good overall snapshot of the system, your system's health. Once you have a lot of measurements taken, especially, you can view all devices, not just one in particular. You set a date range. If you want to look at the entire history of your SLRAT use, you click report. It's going to bring up this bar chart showing all of the green, good measurements, yellow, and red, the red, poor measurements. The red is what you've been focusing on. Those are the areas that need attention. The green, that is all of the value of having an SLRAT. Those are all of the pipes that you did not clean that were already clean. You didn't need to clean them. And it's just a good way to see, how much are you saving effort and money and time and resources by not cleaning clean pipes. And again, overall snapshot of your system's health. The other feature I'd like to show you is the measurement search. You can use all these fields here to search for specific records. If you want to search for particular manhole IDs and you know that you've been entering them already, or specific notes, if you say, a standard that you put pipe sag and you want to find all your pipe sags, you can look at those. You can do a proximity search based on a diameter from a pinpoint location or a distance, and then do a search to find different measurements. That's a very useful tool. From here, that wraps things up. I'd like to go over a brief conclusion of the information that I hope you gathered from this presentation. The definitions are pretty useful to understand the way that we use particular terms with respect to the SLRAT and the SLDOG products, as well as a data flow of how you take measurements in the field using your SLRAT to get a score, enter field notes and other data using the mobile app, upload it into the web portal, review it, modify it if needed, quick QC of that data, and export it from the web portal so that you can make use of that data from one centralized place, and then potentially import it into your other system programs. I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and I hope there was some value in it. We appreciate you joining us for this webinar, and thank you for your time. Everybody have a nice day.